So, today I really wanted to talk about how perfectionism is really going to throw a stumbling block in your marketing, particularly if you are a small team or like one person show. Because for your oh, hi, Callus Shop. Hope I'm saying that right. Love your stuff. So, one of the reasons why perfectionism is really going to trip you up is because if you're a perfectionist or a recovering one, guilty, you probably have a tendency to take on way too much. So your to-do list is really unreasonable. Like there's no way you're going to get all that done in a day, and then you're going to feel bad when you don't. So most perfectionists struggle with putting reasonable expectations on themselves and from making their to-do lists reasonable, achievable, and achievable without some sort of superhuman effort like staying up all night or working crazy hours, etc., etc. So you need a marketing strategy, because when you put one together, and you can get help with this, when you put together a marketing strategy, it's going to have to adequately take into consideration how much time you actually have for marketing. Do you have budget for marketing? Do you have experience with the marketing channel you've chosen? So are you going to need a period where you're really learning, finding resources, getting coaching, coming up to speed? So when you factor all of that in, you realize that you actually have less time than you think you probably originally thought you did for marketing, especially if you're a perfectionist type person and you're like, of course I can do 16 hours of work a day. And this is really going to get you into trouble though, because most marketing channels you're on require being on there consistently. So showing up really consistently with quality content. And then also, even if you're doing like factoring in the time it's going to take for you to come up to speed, figure out best practices, you do have to be warned that your audience is going to take some getting to know. So your ideal customers are going to take some getting to know. It's going to take some honing for your messaging and your strategies. And so you're kind of robbing yourself of the opportunity for your marketing to work, to get really good, to get good at both the platform you're trying to show up on and also how to speak to your audience, how to reach your audience. You're robbing yourself of the opportunity if you are trying to do so many different marketing things, if you're trying to be on Instagram and Twitter and have a newsletter and a website, etc., 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 trying to come up to speed on all these things. You won't have the time to do any one of those platforms justice. You won't give yourself the space to get good at the platform, get good at your messaging, get good at reaching to, talking to, and convincing your people. So let's just take Instagram, for example. So research I saw recently from Later Media, which is like a social media scheduling platform, they analyzed like literally millions of profiles that are posting on Instagram and came up with the insight that if you currently have less than 1,000 followers and you want to maximize the reach and engagement of your posts, you should be posting 14 times a week. So on average, twice a day. And that's, a chunk of time. And yes, you can cut down on time by doing things like reposting old stuff. You can cut down on time by like batch creating your content and posting it in advance. But it's still going to take some time because you're smart, you're a brave, interesting entrepreneur, and you're going to be seeing how your posts do and adjusting your tactics accordingly, which also takes some time and some mental space to have the creativity to figure out how you're going to adjust your tactics to better serve your people. So you are not going to be able to show up those 14 times a week, be honing your abilities for both the platform, Instagram, and for your people and your messaging. You're not going to have the mental room for creativity and experimentation if you've decided as a one-person business who's kind of new to marketing that you're going to do Instagram and newsletters and figure out search engine optimization and ads and a website, etc., etc. Like you can see really easily how trying to do all of that stuff, as us perfectionists are wont to do, like, oh, we can figure it out, like it'll be fine. You can see how us taking taking on too much means we can't actually show up enough on Instagram, which was the main one we had chosen in the first place in this example. And so, yes, rules of platforms are different. Like best practices for Instagram are different for your newsletter, for your website, for search engine optimization, etc. So, but all of them, just so you know, all of them take consistent quality content, regularly showing up, regularly researching, studying your audience, figuring out best practices for the platform. Social media algorithms are changing constantly, so it is going to take some, keeping yourself posted on how to do this well. So all of it takes time. All of it takes patience, takes creativity, takes the resilience to be able to acknowledge when something isn't working and not be like, well, I guess I suck, I'm throwing out Instagram forever or giving on my business. Instead being like, okay, well, this kind of post got a lot of engagement, but this post didn't. But when I look at this post that didn't, it didn't actually reach that many people. So maybe I'll try posting that exact same post again a few different times to see if it's really the post that sucked or it just didn't reach the people that it needed to reach to get the engagement that it deserved. Okay. So, how do you focus on the marketing channels that you have the capacity for with your time, effort, budget, and experience level? You get a marketing strategy. You get a really well thought out, well planned marketing strategy that factors in the resources you have available to devote to marketing without burning yourself out. It factors in who your ideal customer is and where they hang out. Because it wouldn't make sense if we decide to focus on Instagram and none of our customers are on Instagram, right? And then it also factors in what we want to do with our brand. What is the image we want to present? What is the transformation we're offering to our customers? How is working with us or buying from us going to solve a problem they have or make their day better or give them something they didn't even know they needed? So strategy really lays a foundation for your marketing to be successful because you know yourself or your brand really, really well. You know the vision you have for what happens when your brand is successful, what happens when you sell to people, what happens when people buy, what are you trying to achieve in the community and the world and for your own life. So you know yourself, you know what you're going for, you know your people really well, and you know the channel you're going to focus on because it makes sense both for you as a person, an individual, the person that's going to actually have to be showing up and doing this marketing stuff, learning about it, honing, adjusting tactics, being resilient, sticking with it even when it's hard or things don't work out immediately. And then also, what are you not going to hate showing up on, right? It wouldn't make sense to pick something that you have to be showing up on regularly all the time, giving all this effort and emotional resilience to if you absolutely hate the medium. There's some stuff you can't get around. You're gonna have to show your face eventually. You can't really do marketing without having some writing somewhere, but you can pick marketing tactics that really utilize your skills. I'm not currently showing up on Instagram 14 times a week, although I have a goal to increase that because I know that my superpower is copywriting and messaging. And so I spend a lot more time on my website right now and my blog, etc., than I do on Instagram. And that's partly because my marketing strategy told me, it didn't tell me, it was formed through lots of research and intentional thought experiments. What was my strategy going to be? I realized that my top priority for my marketing was going to be an amazing website, being easy to find online. And then my secondary marketing priority at the moment is Instagram. And then eventually I'm going to add some more marketing channels. But right now, that's what I have space for. That's what I have space for without burning myself out and without taking away from the quality that I can provide to my clients. Okay, so lost, if you are feeling lost, all right, I still don't know how to narrow it down, I still don't know how to pick a focus, or I just want some validation that what I'm thinking of focusing on is the right choice for me, you have a few options. So you can either work directly with me and my company, Isa Messaging, where we will put together a customized marketing strategy together for you, and you'll really get all your questions answered. You'll really lay this amazing foundation for your marketing moving forward. And that you can sign up for at the link in bio. Just click on the customized marketing plans link. Your other option is if you are kind of like want to feel it out, just want some information, want to see like what other people are struggling with in terms of figuring out their own marketing strategies, I highly encourage you to come attend the Marketing Strategy for Small Business virtual workshop that we are hosting on Tuesday, October 26th from 1 to 2:30 p.m. Pacific time. And it's a virtual workshop, so you can join from anywhere. There will be lots of information. You'll have a chance to ask questions, to talk to other small business owners, to hear what other people are struggling with. Because I know being an entrepreneur, trying to sell your precious work, your creative projects, the stuff you put your heart and soul into, it can feel really vulnerable when we're marketing and things don't seem to be working out. Like people aren't biting, people aren't getting us the revenue we want, and then we start to feel insecure and question our worth and wonder if it should have worked out by now. It can be kind of validating to be like, other people feel this, other people struggle with this. And yes, this is when a lot of people drop out of the whole entrepreneurship game, because it's hard. You need resilience, you need strategy, you need to be able to hone, you need to be able to pivot and adapt and adjust when something isn't working out the way you thought it would immediately. But having a community who's figuring this out together with some gentle guidance from someone who knows how to do this can be so such a game changer, such a encouraging thing to do for yourself, to keep your spirits up, to keep you excited about what you're doing, what your vision is, and what your business is. So again, that's the Marketing Strategy for Small Business, why you need one and how to get one virtual workshop, 1 to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Tuesday, October 26th. And you can sign up for that at the link in our bio. Tickets are $99, although we are offering reparative pricing if you are a historically marginalized entrepreneur, so you are queer, BIPOC, or a single mother. So feel free to hit up that discount code. It's entirely on the honor system, so you don't have to apply for that or anything. But hope you all found this helpful little chat, and I hope to see you at the workshop. Let me know if that made sense, or if you have any questions or comments. I look forward to interacting with you all. All right, I hope you have a great day. Thanks, bye.